Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. Let me ask you, have you been applying for the wrong credit card? That's right. Many of us, we may have good credit, but we've been applying for the wrong credit card, especially if we're trying to get out of debt. Okay, there's a strategy that actually, in order to help you get higher limit credit cards, there's a certain way you should be applying for credit cards. In this video, I'm going to tell you about it. Now, here's the first thing that I do want you all to understand when applying for credit cards. With the institutions of the list of business banks that I have that I'm going to tell you about why you should be applying with them, there's certain criteria. One, inquiries. I always tell you guys, with certain financial institutions, they're very inquiry sensitive. So what that means, if you have above 6 inquiries within a certain time span, they will turn you down. No matter if you have an 800 credit score, they just will turn you down. Number 2 is that you can have a perfect credit score, but if you have too high of a debt to income ratio and trying to get a higher limit credit card to move the balances over, you may get denied because of that DTI. Remember, I told you with the banks, DTI is between 50-55%. Banks and credit unions, okay? So that's the reason. That was 2 of the reasons. The third reason is the length of your credit file. I've been studying credit for over 2 decades, and one of the things that I always notice when people are getting higher limit credit cards and stuff, is because of their credit files are above 2 years old. Now, that doesn't say that because you have a new credit file, they won't give you a higher limit, all right? But majority of the time with your major banks and credit unions, they usually looking at you either having a garden relationship, meaning that you have a bank account with them, a checking account with them, a bank account, a savings account with them, and you've been doing business with them between 6 to 9 months. If you're trying to go directly for a higher limit credit card and you have a high income. See, there's multiple variables in terms of in order to get high limit credit cards. And so pointing those 3 things out, that's the reason why a lot of people end up not getting high limit credit cards. Does income play into effect? Absolutely. So when you're trying to go for a high limit credit card, I mean above $10,000, then the average income from studying credit files and stuff like that, the average income is usually between $72,000 and higher. So that means that if you are working and your spouse is working, you all combine your household income. That's how you get to the higher limit credit card, because you're counting in all the household income. All right. Now, that being said, and I hope that's going to help some of you guys. That being said, let's talk about some of these high limit credit cards. First, you have the Citibank Diamond and the Citibank Simplicity cards. Now, here's the interesting thing about it. If you have your Experian file locked, they will pull your Equifax file, okay? And now, they'll pull your Equifax FICO 8 file, all right? So that's something that you should know. Another thing about Citi Cards, with the Citi Diamond and the Citi Simplicity cards, the situation is that those cards is 12 months of no interest on purchases, and it's 21 months, on balance transfer. So if you're trying to do a balance transfer, there's 21 months on those 2 cards, the Diamond and the Simplicity, okay? Now let's move to the other Citi card. The other Citi cards that could be valuable to you is the Citi Cash Custom card as well as the rewards. Now both of those, Citibank may pull either your Experian or your Equifax FICO 8, okay? Now those will give you 15 months of 0 interest on balance transfers and purchases. So now you have a choice to see which one is more valuable to you dealing with those cards. Now, the next credit card is PenFed Credit Union. Now, in order to join PenFed Credit Union, what you would need to do, you would need to open up a savings account with $5 with PenFed. But the card you want to go for is the PenFed Gold Rewards card. All right, the Gold card. The reason is because it's 15 months of no interest no interest on balance transfers and purchases, and it's a FICO 9, okay? So that's something you should know. The next card you have is the Amex card or the Visa Signature. Their cards give you 15 months, 0 interest on balance transfers, on purchases, and they pull Experian 3 mortgage. What just happened? Now, what that means is that instead of looking at your FICO 8 scores or your FICO 9 scores, they're looking at your mortgage score. But some of you all have no idea what your mortgage score is because they don't even give you that, right? So click the link in the description to get your real mortgage score, all right? Now, your next card is Wells Fargo. Your Wells Fargo Active card. Your Wells Fargo Active card gives you 15 months, 0 interest on purchases and balance transfer. It is a FICO 9, okay? Experian FICO 9. Now, this next financial institution is NIH Federal Credit Union. I like these guys. The reason is not only you can get your Visa Platinum and Cash Rewards cards for 15 months, 0 interest on purchases and balance transfers, but also your lines of credit can get up to $25,000. If you want to talk about getting out of debt, here's the key to you. If you're able to get, and they should allow you one hard pull to get both of those programs with NIH if you're able to get into them. Now, here's the interesting thing about it. If you're able to get 0% on purchases and balance transfers for 15 months, plus a $25,000 line of credit, what you can do is transfer the balances of your other credit cards and stuff over to those 2 accounts, all right? Then you take your income and you use your income to pay down your line of credit while making your monthly payments on the credit card, okay? And so what you're doing, because now instead of you having multiple accounts and stuff, you're using this line of credit to pay it down, because with the line of credit, remember I told you in another video, with the line of credit, once you pay it down, you can reuse it, just like with the 15-month credit card as well through NIH. Now, the next bank is Fifth Third Bank. Now, with Fifth Third Bank, they have a credit card, 21 months, no interest on purchases and balance transfer, pulls TransUnion, all right? Now, the next creditor, soft pull, you should check out is American Express Blue Cash, 15 months. Now, with American Express, when you first began, they're going to pull Experian and TransUnion, all right? That's your FICO 8. However, once you get into American Express, what they will end up doing is once you have that first credit card, then you can apply for other credit card without that hard inquiry, all right, for that one. Now, your next credit card is U.S. Bank Platinum. Now, with your U.S. Bank Platinum, it's 18 months. They usually pull TransUnion FICO 9, all right? Now, those are your top credit cards, especially if you're trying to get out of debt much faster. And like I said, with that strategy of being able to apply for a credit card as well as a line of credit, and then using that line of credit and paying down as many of your, get the loan, make sure it's the line of credit, using that line of credit to pay down as many of your revolving accounts as possible, and that's going to help your credit score go up. Now, also, think about this. If you get a smaller limit on one of these credit cards with 0 interest and purchases, take that credit card, put your income on that credit card, max that credit card out every month, okay? After 6 months, you're going to get a higher limit credit card, even if they start you out with a small limit credit card, all right? Now, if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.